today. It is myself, and I'm going to let these ladies introduce themselves, starting with...
I am Sierra V.
My name is Icy Lou.
And I'm Farrah Jane.
All right, y'all. So, I've been posting, I guess, about the last 3 weeks or so on our podcast. We're going to do this all-women panel. So we have kicked Brian off of the show for today. He is out of here. Like, he is out of the show. So we are here. I've chosen these women to sit alongside this panel with me so we can talk about everything that is men that we want to talk about and discuss. Make sure when you guys get on this live that you like and share, ask questions, give comments. We are also live on Facebook, so we're currently live, and we are live on each one of our pages. So make sure that you guys are very interactive with us. Make sure you ask questions, you give your concerns or comments. And so, did you guys hear our show last week? What y'all think about it last week?
Good, very good discussion.
Good.
It was dope.
Yeah, it was dope.
It was real good.
So if you can miss it last week. So last week we basically talked about, Brian and I talked about B-Level, because he gets on my nerve when I say Brian. So B-Level and I talked about just basically sex, just the origin of sex and relationships, sex and marriage, what it means, what it is, how important it is. And we even talked about me having a girlfriend, that he disagreed a little bit. He kind of agreed, but disagreed.
Right, I heard.
So y'all heard that part?
Right.
Yeah.
So I got that part.
Yeah, just FYI, I am, we'll talk about that later. We will clarify that later. For those who's in my inbox asking, go back and listen to that podcast, and you'll see what his response was to me having a girlfriend. So what you guys think about it? Y'all thought it was okay?
It was good. It was dope.
It was dope.
Good.
Yes.
Pretty
Yeah.
dope. Good.
And the best thing I heard was, if you're not me, you're not my type. That was so funny, but I loved it. It was so appropriate.
What she
I
said?
was like, listen, that's the one. That's the one. If you're not me,
What she
you ain't
said?
it.
Listen, I'm just trying to let the people know, like, people have a type, and I just don't want to hurt your feelings, I
Right.
don't want to, I don't want to do you like
Well, I
that. So
said I
just
was
understand that, and listen, let me just say this. If you have questions about what my type is, ask. I'll tell you what it is. Just ask. Don't assume, because let me just say this. Everybody that's standing in the mirror to say they a 10, you may be a 10 to yourself.
Right.
So let's get that out the way. So I want
Right.
y'all to understand. If you want to know, ask. Don't ask my husband because he don't know. Ask me.
Right.
All right. So that was kind of our content on last week. So this week, as I said, so today we're going to basically be talking about everything's men. Nevertheless, Brian is going to do B-Level. It's so hard to say. Level is going to do the same on his show next week. He's going to kick me off the show, so I'm not going to be here. So before we kind of get into the business, I want to absolutely kind of start this off, and I want to thank Q Note for doing our production. He does our production, make us sound good, make us look good. So kudos to him for that. And then also Club Empire. We are what we are calling Empire Studios upstairs doing our filming.
Transition.
And as I said, so we are live on Facebook. So just a little brief synopsis of that. We go live on Facebook during our filming of our podcast so you can have an interactive audience, right? I do not post the video after the podcast. We just make sure that, we want you guys to be interactive with us so you can kind of share in that. So that's what that is. Yeah, you see that comment? Move the light a little bit. So we share, we just basically kind of, just have lives so you can be interactive with us. However, you can go on YouTube and look up Brian Stewart Sr., and all of our videos after our podcast lives on YouTube and any platform that you can use to find a podcast. Google, Spotify, Apple, Anchor. We're on every, because you guys listen to us so much, which is really cool. You listen to us so much that every time you listen and you stream, we get another platform. So you guys have done really good with, supporting us, and we appreciate that. So now we're done with the business, right?
Right.
So as you guys, absolutely, as you guys can see, we have a little libation. I think I have watermelon. I didn't know they made this. I have a summer watermelon with Sprite and Sierra. Okay, Sierra, I'm gonna have to get her a refill. Where's the waitress? Can I have somebody bring her?
Trying to hide my cup.
No, it's cool. It's cool. It's okay. So we have Sierra. We're just having it, and then what are you drinking?
It was a Crown and Sprite.
What you say? Was
A Crown and Sprite. Well, it is.
Oh, it's still there.
It's a little melted,
Okay, now
but it's still here.
Mine is one.
That's okay, baby. We're in the building.
Now Farrah
We're
over
in the
here, I think
building.
she's drinking a little.
Y'all, I had 2 shots of tequila before I came.
Oh, okay.
So I'm good.
Okay.
I
This
want
is
to be,
the-
you know, the
this is the
friendly
water
girl
back.
in the bathroom after they done had.
Yeah.
Way too many talking about everything.
Come on,
We
Farrah,
got
let me
you.
hold
I
your
got
hand.
you. It's okay.
That's okay.
That's your water back to your
Yes,
tequila. That's
it's
your water back.
okay. It's okay. It's cool. It's cool.
The waitress will be back.
It's cool. Okay, listen. Somebody on here said, Abba, they said put some clothes on. Put some clothes on, Abba.
You?
She is really cute. I think she's
Yeah.
cute. Yeah, I think so. We did all black, not because we're mourning, but I just think black is cute. I just like black, so black is fine. So we're all in black. So let's get down to the nitty gritty, right? The first thing we're going to discuss, which seems to be an issue, unless you have married your high school sweetheart, if you've married your college sweetheart, you've married somebody that you've been in a long marriage with, and you guys have children together, you're not experiencing this. Nevertheless, however, if you are not that person, if you are dating somebody that's been married before that has children, or you're currently married to somebody that have children prior to you, the first thing we're going to kind of discuss in this is, how do you handle your mate's exes when they have children together? Like,
The collective side.
did y'all hear that? Yeah, so it's not an issue. Let me just say this. It's not really an issue, but that is a hot topic.
It is.
That is a hot topic that, some women said when we talked about doing this all-women panel, I allowed you guys to tell me what the content was going to be. And you've decided what this was. So this topic right here was a heavy topic. Like, women wanted to know, how do you as a woman, or how does other women deal with, your mate that has children? Not outside of your relationship or your marriage. How do you deal with that? Like, is that, especially when it's an easy thing, when it's an easy blended family, but how do you deal with them when it's not so easy? What do y'all think?
Well, I didn't have any issues with the blending of the family because he already had everything taken care of. They have a great relationship. He and his son's mom have a great relationship.
Okay.
So I didn't have any problems. I was one of the lucky ones. I'm not going to say that's, because I have a lot of friends who've had the horror stories.
Yeah.
So, and I've been with them, so I'm here with y'all for the horror stories.
Okay. All right. What about you, Sierra? What you think?
So, for me, like, we don't have to deal with that. So, like, our kids are by each other. I don't have any outside children. He doesn't either. So it's, really hard to speak on something that I don't necessarily have to deal with. I can see both sides of the coin. If everybody's adults, I can see how it can work and everything be fine and everything is good. The kids aren't involved. It's not just a thing.
Yeah.
But I can also see and have seen the other side of the coin, to where people can be catty and bitter and negative and nasty because you want my man and he's mine. He's not yours just because y'all have children together. He's not yours anymore. It's my turn.
Baby girl.
So,
What are you doing?
it's my turn.
What are you doing? Back up. Back up, baby girl.
So that's
Catch
just,
these
right.
hands.
And a couple of feet.
Yes, back up.
And a couple of feet.
Yeah, okay, Sarah, what do you think? What's your take on that
So
situation?
I'm the single one.
Okay.
And I honestly, I know friends, I have relatives that all has the baby mama drama and all that. And even meeting men, it's like, they don't want to come off and say, oh, I have this child, I have this many children.
Yeah.
If they do say it, they say, oh, but I don't have any baby mama drama. That's like the
Right.
first thing that they say.
That's
And
a
it's like,
major.
Right.
okay,
That's a very
that's fine. You don't have it now, but when you get serious or get married,
With somebody.
how do you think that will be?
Yeah.
And a lot of men don't know how to answer that. Oh, my baby mama cool. That's what they're gonna say. Oh, yeah,
Initially.
she's cool right now.
They be sucking you in.
Right. Is
Right.
she in a relationship right now? Or is she married right now?
Right.
And that does
So,
seem to make a difference.
it
Like, if
does.
she's in a
does.
relationship, then
It
things
does.
can be
Absolutely.
cool, semi-cool.
Absolutely.
But if she's not, smoke.
And I also
and I
think
want it
most
all.
men don't like drama.
Hello.
You want to get the smoke? I want it all the smoke.
Hello. I take it. Don't let this Cabbage Patch face fool you. I will take it. I'm there with you.
Well, let me just say this. So y'all just happen to be the lucky ones. You have to be lucky in the sense of you not having to deal with it. You haven't, you know what I'm saying? You in the sense of, you kind of had that together, and then you in the sense of you haven't had to deal with it. And let me just say this. Y'all are very lucky and blessed. And, I really want to get some blessing oil and put it on y'all and bless you, because I am not so fortunate. Like, I'm
Okay.
just, I'm not so fortunate. And, you know, on some real sugar honey iced tea. My husband is he's a man's man. He's a man's man, and he's an astronomical father. So let me just put that out there.
Right.
He is an awesome father. So I cannot take that away from him. However, I have said to him, okay, baby, the light is fixed. Okay. I have said to him, you know, I think that because let's be clear, I'm somebody's ex-wife, baby mama. So I know how women act. I know when a woman is acting out of emotion, and I know when a woman is acting out of just, you know, just being whatever. Because, you know, I can, when I have visitation with my husband, with my kids, I would just tell him, listen, get the kids, this is the medicine they're taking, bring them back at this time. Because I have to understand that as a father, he's going to keep them protected. He's not going to do anything to put them in harm's way.
Right.
But when you're acting out of emotion, that's a whole different conversation. When they get to saying, don't have my baby around such and such, and don't take her over there,
Right.
and if you're not going to be with her all 24 hours of the day, don't take her. Girl, shut up. Like, so women act out of emotion, and I think that's what makes it the more difficult part. Like when you're at the part of, you know what I'm saying? When you're at the part of it just being that we co-parent.
Okay.
We have a child together. We can co-parent. I am going to be this relationship. I'm going to have my thing going on, and we go on. That's fine. But I just want to let y'all know. I want y'all to pray for me because that is. I want y'all to pray for me because that is not my situation. My situation is not where I have to deal. It's
challenged.
The struggle is real.
Okay.
Let me just say that the struggle is real. So there are so many people that's dealing with that. So my synopsis to that is, I really honestly believe that when that person, I speak from as a woman, so when the baby mama is happy, when they're happy, or if they're in their own relationship in marriage and they're happy themselves, you don't get all that drama and all that stuff. They're
Right.
cool. You know what I'm saying? They're easy to deal with when they're happy.
Okay.
Whatever their happiness looks like. But when the moment they become unhappy is the moment that you're going to have hell on your hands.
Now, I have a question about that because I was talking to someone about this.
Okay.
Could it also matter how the relationship ended?
You know what? I don't really think it's so much as how it ended. I think it's
Because
Let
if
that
it-
baby
if it
comes
yes.
from after, I mean, when they was in the relationship and a baby
Ooh.
comes about. So,
that could happen.
I mean, that's drama
What do you
off
mean?
top.
Yeah,
Meaning like they could be at the end of their relationship.
Illegitimate child, but you know,
Yeah.
Right.
child coming out of.
So you mean somebody having a child when they probably weren't together or at the best of terms or at the end of the relationship per se?
All of the above.
Yeah. From my experience, let me just say, you know, from my experience, it is still some emotions attached to that. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like, you know, we all know somebody and have dealt with someone that has had, we've dealt with somebody, all of us have had somebody or know somebody that has said and or believed that having a child was going to correct a situation.
For sure.
This is not
It
the
was
1950s.
Yeah, like it was
ladies.
either going to correct the situation or it was going to keep that man there, and they were okay with. They wanted some ties to the man, so this baby is going to give me ties for at least 18 years.
Don't do that. It
So-
will, one way or the other, but it doesn't mean that it's always going to be positive.
A relationship, right?
Right.
That doesn't mean
It doesn't
a
mean it's going to be
relationship.
positive.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you're tied. But
Oh yes.
Yeah, so it's a so okay, so let me just tell you how I handle it because y'all say y'all don't deal
Let's
with
go. I'm gonna take a sip on that one. I'm waiting on you.
Y'all
Go
say y'all
ahead.
don't deal with it.
Go ahead.
I mean, I'm like y'all. Like, I don't deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I really do not deal with it. And here's what I say, and this is what I live by. This is what I believe. I tell my husband, I told him this, is that I would be, because of course we have a blended family. So I would be less of a woman to allow him to be in the home with me, bearing my children, and not do the same for his own children.
teach. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
there's
Yes,
no way
ma'am.
possible I can allow you to be in the home with my kids doing time, spending time together, doing this, whatever, and I not push you to do the same.
That's a good woman.
That I'm, you know, you believe what you want, do what you want, but that's just not the caliber of woman. So I never ever wanted to put him. I'm not so insecure with myself that I'm just gonna be like, you know, nah, I don't want you going over her house getting the baby. Nah, I don't want you to. listen, go get that child. Like, I'm not, I don't care. Go get the baby. Listen, buy the baby some shoes.
Right.
I don't care. But when it starts to get like on some messy stuff, that's when it makes it bad. So that leads me to, we had somebody ask me a question about this. So someone sent me a question in an email and says, how do you deal with a baby mama that don't like her husband's wife? We'll do it. It's a two-part question, but then just answer that first one first. How do you deal with the baby mama that doesn't like her husband's wife?
That's not her position. You don't have to like me.
A baby
That's
mama
your
that doesn't
baby
like her
daddy
husband's
like
wife.
me.
Right.
That's why I'm his
your
wife.
baby daddy?
Right. That's why I'm his wife. Why is that your business?
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, as long as
busy.
I do well by your child, I'm not neglecting your child. Your baby is treated fairly, equally by
Absolutely.
everybody in the house. What's it to you?
Yeah.
What's it to you? Yeah.
Do
what does
you
it matter?
ever feel like, well, do you think that you should try to get everybody together? Should the woman be the mediator, or should
No.
the guy be the mediator?
Well, I've always wondered
parents.
about that. I don't feel
If
like
it's-
everybody has to be friends. Like, I don't
You
think
don't
that's
have to
necessary.
be friends, but you do need to be civil for the children, for the
That's true.
kids.
Yeah, for
because
sure.
I'm a child that's a stepmother.
Right.
So,
Okay.
but I don't call her my stepmother. I only call her my stepmother to certain people. She's my bonus mom.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Because I've known her. She's
Respect.
been in my life
Absolutely.
since I was
Yeah.
8 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So, that's a third parent. Now, she and my mother are not best of friends. I mean, at all. It's
Right.
Not even, that's not
But
even
we
a
can be
question.
cordial.
However,
I
Yeah, we
can
can
say
be
hi.
cordial.
How are
Yeah,
you?
Especially when my sister and I were going over there.
Right.
My mom would say, these are my children, and these are his children.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trusting him that you are selecting someone
That's
that is
solid.
good enough
Yep.
and that understands. And luckily, my stepmother had a stepmother that wasn't the best.
Yeah.
So she always said, if I got with someone that had children, those children came before me.
Right.
So I'm going to make sure that those children are taken care of just as he takes care of mine, and so
Absolutely.
on and so on.
That's
So my brother and sister that come from my dad's second marriage are my brother and sister,
Right.
period. So
I
that's
want to
how
be
that's how we're
offensive,
raised.
but it seems like just having the title of baby mama means you have some type of weight in how your baby father moves and stuff like
Right, they
that.
do.
That's not.
Yeah, they do.
No.
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
they believe that
You
they
don't
have rights.
have right. You don't have rights to that because you had a baby by him. So what?
Yeah.
I'm his wife. I'm his lady. I'm his boo.
Right.
Like that's just all it is too. You don't get to decide for him.
Not
Right.
anymore.
You're not his mother.
Not
Right.
anymore.
Absolutely.
Can
You're
we say
his
that there's a
child's mother.
difference though between a child's parent and a baby mama or a baby daddy or a child's father?
I believe so. You mean like because I do. I believe that a
Lingo.
baby mama is just some
Ratchet.
random ass baby
There you
mama.
go.
You just who you are.
Hoodie.
You are a person that has had a baby by a guy.
Smoke
Right.
filled.
I think for someone to say
Smoke-filled.
to the fact of, this is my daughter's mom, that gives me a different vibe.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? A baby
Correct.
mom is like, oh, you on some messy shit, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
But this is my daughter's mom. It's like one time I
Exactly.
have respect for her.
Right.
We can co-parent, we get along. So I do believe those kind of title differences, makes a difference.
Exactly.
In my opinion, to kind of answer her question about how do you deal with how do you deal with the baby mama that doesn't like her husband's wife? I mean, here's what it is. I was about to say you the wife, so it doesn't matter, but I also don't want people just in the belief of because I have this title, you gonna respect that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't feel like that, but in some point, I do. In some
Right.
ways, I do feel like, listen, if you can have a difference of opinions when I'm just this girlfriend that he's bringing around, but once I become his wife, it does
Correct.
not necessarily make any difference to me of how you feel about me.
No.
And what baby mamas or the exes' moms, what they have to understand is a lot of the time when things are being done for their child, it's the woman that's on the back pushing the man to
Hello.
do it.
For sure.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Hello.
So it's really a lot of us like, hey, go get your baby, or
Correct.
hey, call and check on your child.
Correct.
It's a lot of us in the back really pushing for them to build and keep a relationship,
Yes.
and they don't get it. Like I want to tell them, listen, 70% of the shit that y'all get or talk about or do
It's from
is
me.
because I say make sure you take care of that, make sure you do such
Exactly.
and such, because if not, I'm not saying that he wouldn't do it, but it's almost like top of mind, like
Right.
You probably went to the store to pick it out.
yeah, like I'm doing, all of that. So to negate a relationship with your child, with their biological parent, I just think that's crazy. So to kind of answer your question, and how do you deal with it? I do believe, this is my opinion, I do believe that that's probably a situation for your husband to take on and deal with. Like, he's not going to be able to remove himself from the situation, because sometimes men would just say, I don't really want to talk about, I don't want to deal with that man, she'll quit, she'll stop eventually. Some of those things have to be dealt with immediately before y'all were trying to throw hands.
Yeah.
Because I said, like the dude on TikTok say, my hands are bisexual. Anybody can get it. Like, anybody can get it. So that's my opinion for those, for the one that asked. I think that, you guys need to sit down and have a conversation and allow him to fix that. Like, allow him to fix it, because here's the thing. On some real sugar honey iced tea, if I'm telling you to fix it and you know it's a problem and you're not fixing it, then I'm still think you over there hitting her. Like, I'm gonna be thinking that you must be doing some shit, but you just really can't put it down and fix it and do it because you ain't trying to handle it. So,
and that needs to be done before my last name changes, because I'm not going 18, 25, 30 years with all that.
And then mainly just set the expectation. Just let me know what it is. I have this lady. I have children by her. She is this type of person.
Correct.
Are you with me?
right.
Correct.
Right.
And
Then
give
I
me a
can
choice.
decide at that
Exactly.
point
There we
if
go.
I'm with you or if I'm not.
There we go.
It's simple. Just
And I do
set
feel a lot of men
expectations.
push that under the rug. They just like,
They do.
hopefully don't nothing happen.
Right.
Until
and
they
that's,
do.
And that's and it does.
'Cause it's easy.
It does.
It's easy.
Yeah, they
you
just
deal with it.
They kind of say, I got a
That's
shorty or
cool.
whatever, but
Right.
Mama, we cool.
or they be like,
Yeah.
I just don't fuck with her mama,
Right.
just to kind of tell
And you on child support the day after the wedding.
Yeah,
Oh
like,
my goodness. Some of them are
taking my
upset though.
taxes.
Some of them
listen, as
are
long as
upset
they
though.
don't- it's so weird, because as long as, let me tell you from my experience, as long as he did not say I do, it was cool. Like, it was cool
Because it
before
wasn't
he
her,
didn't say I
and
do,
that's what I was
because
gonna say.
I think at that point, I was just a girlfriend. So me being just a girlfriend was nothing, because I think sometimes people feel like they need to solidify their positions and their roles.
Right.
So I think that it was thought that, she just somebody that he gonna be with. She ain't gonna be with her, blah, 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 whatever. But baby, as soon as he put a ring on it and we got to being Mr. and Mrs., it was like, oh, hell
Well,
broke
at that
loose.
point, you were a
like,
threat.
Yeah, like, oh,
And like,
no,
why
he
would
didn't go
do
marry
that?
her. Like,
Right.
yeah, what about, now
What
it's
about
like,
me?
what about my baby? No, this ain't about your baby. This is about you, your grown ass. So, so her second part to this was, she says that the baby mama isn't okay with him picking up the child, but allows him to come over her house to see the child.
No, ma'am.
No. Were we doing that before?
ma'am.
Were we doing that before? Or is this something that we've talked about?
Oh.
Does a baby have some sort of disorder to where they can't come out the house? So then we all going to visit? Or what
And
are we
then
doing?
let's remember that you chose this man to be the father of your child, but
So
he's
you
not good enough to take your baby
That's
to
my-
his
Right.
car
That's my
and
impression.
drive away with the child. So now you're sketchy.
Absolutely.
Sketchy.
Absolutely.
So-
Absolutely.
You need to
That's
make
just how I
sure,
see
though,
it.
too. I mean, why don't you have any type of confidence that he is going to select someone that's not going to harm your child? Because he's not going to harm his child.
That's true.
Why would you have people around? Now, if you don't
It's
trust
never
that
about
he
that.
can make that choice, it's not.
not at
But
all.
it should be. But if you don't trust him to make that choice, you shouldn't have laid down. Oh, I was going to say something bad. Edit. But
It's to be too explicit. So we're explicit here. I just be saying, yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I just
know.
say sugar, honey, iced tea, and all that stuff because
I
it just
know.
comes out. But girl, listen, honey, this is explicit. We
Well,
grown, but I eat. Let me what I'm gonna say to this is that if she allows him to come over and get the child, but not allow him to take the child with him because that's just because she doesn't want her around you, then he don't need to go over and see the child either.
They need to
Like,
record at this point.
As bad as
Court.
that may sound, as bad as that may be, and as bad as that may sound, like she's gonna continue to allow that action to happen because he's allowing it to happen. So
is.
she can't. The thing about it is that she can't be okay with something he's not gonna allow her to be okay with.
Right.
You know what I'm
She gonna
saying?
be okay with that if the shoe was on the other foot? Like, that
No,
don't make-
no.
And that goes back to what Sierra said. You have to start with your boundaries.
Yeah,
You have to start with your
absolutely.
expectations. Those need to come up. And as soon as she sees that you're not a fly-by-night, I'm just using it as an example now, ma'am, since we're here talking, that, you're not the fly-by-night. You're not the other one that was gone, or you're not the other one that actually the kids didn't even get to meet. How about that? So
That happens.
when the kids got to meet you and you are now the one, then she needs to start noticing that pattern as well and saying, okay, this one's going to stick. So she might want to try to talk to you.
I think another part to that is that it also depends on how long you guys were outside of the how long was it? What was the transition between the baby mama and having the baby and you and him becoming husband and wife? If all this happened like within less of a year on some real stuff, like that woman is just acting out her feelings and her emotions. She's probably hurt. She's probably, he was probably telling her, I'm gonna be with you, but then I ended up not being with her, ended up really being with you and marrying you. So if it happened like that in a short little stint of time or something, it's just emotions that are attached. And so she's responding and she's reacting from emotion. She's not reacting from what's best for the child because she's not at that point. And who knows when that point's going to be, because I had to wait 18 years.
Keep a dude babies don't work. Ma'am, America, attention. Keep a nigga babies do not work. That's all I'm going to say. They do not. They didn't work in the 1950s. They definitely don't work in 2020.
So that's our synopsis on that. So the person that asked, I hope you're watching. I hope we answered your question as best as possible. So the next thing we're going to talk about is this. This is really big for me. Like, I want y'all to know. So we're going to talk about things that turn a woman on and off that men may have a misperception of. So a lot of times men may feel like if they do or say this turns you on, and we just like, oh, no, I don't like that.
You're ridiculous.
So do y'all have any of those? What are some of your things that, a man may think that turns you on and get you in the mood, and you just like, no, it really doesn't?
For me, that's really hard to answer because it depends on what vibe I'm in that day. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? So I feel like you should know me and how I'm feeling in that moment.
Yeah.
And so you can't just say, I want to, no, because I ain't in that moment right now. I just want you to love me. Just hug me. And then, we there.
It's cuddle time.
But some days I'm on my ratchet Megan Thee Stallion, and I need you to, do what you're
Beat
supposed
my
to
money
do.
Back, yo.
That's it. Beat my money bag, yo.
Not Tory Lanez.
So I just
Money
need
back,
you
yeah.
to know me because I am. It just depends on the day and kind of how I'm feeling and what mood I'm in. You just need to know kind of where I am. But I don't mind checking them and say, I ain't,
You're not in the mood.
that ain't that one. That ain't that one.
Okay.
Oh,
Go
okay.
to the other one.
Okay. Yeah.
The other one love me. Like, I'm real sensitive. Like, just love me, hug me. But you just have to, I think that just comes into knowing your partner and knowing what they want at that time.
Absolutely.
And so, at one moment, one thing may be like, okay, I'm with it. But another day, it's like, that ain't the one. Yeah, that ain't the one. That ain't going to get it, babe.
What do y'all think? What y'all think?
I was thinking differently as far as the turn on.
Okay.
I was thinking what you were talking about as far as like what we like or what we don't like from. I don't like guys who try to flash or try to overly impress.
Yeah,
Does that make
part.
sense?
Yeah.
If you got it, you got it. I can see it. Trust
Yeah.
me. I can tell. If you have that kind of swag that I like, if you don't, if you nerdy, if you shy, I don't like I'm loud enough. I don't need the one that's just all at you.
Yeah.
Right.
And, trying to show you, oh yeah, I got this, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
I understand that.
I'll just pull you on the carpet.
I get that.
Me too. So do I. What do you think,
I
Pam?
guess that's about the same for me. I'm just kind of rebounding off what she said. I don't know. With me I own a business, a lot of guys come to me like, hey, I can take care of you. I can do this for you. And I'm like,
I got that.
pump your brakes. Hold on. Wait a minute. And I don't want to sound like the strong, independent, don't need a man type of thing. And I'm not. But that being your, introduction, it's not
It's a turn on.
attractive at all for me. Now, I do like to know that you're about your paper.
Right. Me too.
Hello.
But
Listen, that's a
it's a way.
prerequisite.
I think it comes with maturity with guys. Because younger guys, to me, they think flashing the money, that's how you get their attention. No. We'll have a conversation about how you built this, how you got this money. So I think that's probably the biggest.
What's your 5-year goals?
Right.
That's the first date question now.
Right.
I'm a lady that's over 40, so as they call us, a particular age. So, hi, what are your 3-year goals? No 5 anymore. What are your 3-year goals? Really? How many children do you have? By how many mothers? Do you own property? Do you want to own property? Are you looking for marriage? You want kids? Oh, I'm sorry. Gotta go. No kids.
I think so. One of the things I think that turn women, I think men think that turns women on is definitely absolutely as you just said, just being flashy. I think men think that, and it's so weird because men dress, say, do what they think we like.
Yep.
Like, you know, they're going to be flashy on social media. They're going to take pictures of their Gucci shoes. You know, they're going to, and here's the thing, it's not even just a younger generation. I've seen older men, you know, do the same exact thing. I've seen them, like, you know, drive this car. They want to make sure they have the window down with their Ray-Bans on, so you see they're driving this car. So those type things, that's not a turn on. You know, for a woman that really kind of have themselves together, that's not and that's why they can only attract and only have just kind of intimate moments with younger girls, because younger women are attracted by that.
To flash, yeah.
Yeah, but when you have a woman that kind of have themselves together, they don't care anything about, you know, all this little flashy stuff. Now, let me just say this: it's a bonus because I like it.
Right.
Yeah,
Sometimes
but
a little cute stunt.
that's
is
not.
nice. I like a
It
little
doesn't
cute
turn
stunt.
me. It's not a turn on. As it relates to as it relates to intimacy, your intimate moments, are there things forms of intimacy that a man thinks he does that turns you on? You just like, no, that turns me off, and then vice versa.
When they being hard, like.
Yeah, like, what do you mean by hard?
Some days when I hard, but some days, you know, I need you to be sensual. But most men, it's like, you know, we finna get it on, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm still, you know,
I'm not there yet.
I'm a girl, like slow down.
I don't like. I don't like the hard choke.
You don't. You said a hard
Not the hard choke. No, I need to be able to breathe.
Oh,
there.
No,
We
I don't
there.
like the,
there is a method.
there is
to breathe.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
There is a
I need
method
song-
of choking. Like there
it is.
Y'all need to look that
There is
up. If you
thank
have
you.
never been, and if you've never choked anybody, y'all need to look that up because there's a method behind that madness. Like it's
It
not.
definitely is.
Yeah.
It is not like, you know,
True
who stole my bike.
asphyxiation. Right.
It is that bike. You know, it's a difference. It is definitely a difference. As you said, you have to be sensual. It's definitely a difference. Please learn it.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a difference.
So that is a turn on. So understood that is. Let me just say this. Men, you should already know this if you watch porn. That is a turn on.
Hello.
Women like to be choked. And here's the thing, there's, as she said, there's a method to this whole choking thing. It's like a little bit cut off oxygen. A little bit.
Yes. I want to feel
don't
like I'm
kill me,
slipping
though.
into darkness.
It's like
not
it's a
at
little
night
bit
fail.
of choking.
Yeah.
Like
I
it's
don't
like I want to be able to be like,
Right.
okay, yeah.
Hello.
I don't want the next morning get up and your damn handprints around my neck.
Hello,
and-
right. And I'm trying to file a complaint.
I don't know. It depends on the mood I'm in.
Okay, Farrah.
It depends on the mood I'm in.
You like me. If I get my ass up in the morning and I got some fingerprints on my neck, y'all finna kick your ass.
I gotta wear a whole scarf.
You know, a little makeup.
It's 90 degrees
No,
outside.
I was gonna say it's 90 degrees. I am not into the turtleneck. Exactly. I cannot do that. And if
No,
you can
no,
see
no.
them on me, that means it was too
So
hard.
that is,
fellas.
I don't
Okay.
think, and here's what's so crazy. That's crazy because African American men don't know that African American women like that.
Yes.
African American men, they probably just seeing it porn with Caucasian women. So they're probably like, I didn't even know. Yes. That is a
Please do.
likable thing.
Yes,
Yes,
thank
we
you.
like that. So you have the permission to choke the hell out of somebody while you scream. So
I-
that is a turn on. Absolutely.
Yes,
it is a
it
turn
is.
on. So Sierra, what you think? What's yours?
That's an on
That's an on
Ooh.
and off. We have to do both, on and off.
and on kissing. I'm a big kisser.
Oh, okay.
On everywhere, though.
I was gonna say where.
Everywhere.
Just a sensual kiss.
Yeah.
kinda.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's me.
Okay.
You know.
Don't spit in my mouth and don't spit in my cooch.
Now listen, let me tell you. So apparently that's become a new thing.
Yeah, I
to
don't
where
like to spit
people.
in my mouth.
Well, I've never. I don't know anything about that.
Oh, they've
That's
tried
just
it.
kind of like, just some new stuff. I guess that whatever. If
No,
that's your thing,
it's-
whatever.
It's been around.
But
I was gonna
okay,
say,
it's
how
just
do you muscle up enough spit to spit in something about? But
Right,
I mean,
right.
it's there. Let me just say this. That's what I'm saying. People need to study the method, because this spitting thing is not like I have a cold, I'm getting up in the morning. and I'm
Exactly.
spitting.
Oh yeah,
It's
that's
not
just
that.
ridiculous.
It is
not a
like
hobby.
it is a stream of saliva. It is a stream of saliva
It's not
that you
mucus.
put in
It's a
your
dangle.
mate's mouth. It is a string. It's not like, my side
Oh
is
my
sagging up. I finna
God,
spit.
that's
No.
Oh,
Or it's not like spitting as if, like, you guys like for us to spit on, before we give
Yes.
oral. It's not that kind of spit either. It is a
Before,
different.
During.
Look it up. So let y'all know.
Right.
So those are two things y'all know we like. Spitting
Yes.
and choking. Yeah.
No,
Right.
in the mouth. Yeah, I don't like, yeah.
I-
Other places now? That's not so bad.
So what about so what do men do that turns you off that they think turn you on? Is there anything that a man does that and they just feel like, oh yeah, she like this, and you're just like, no, I don't.
Sexual. Oh, this is so bad.
Go ahead, girl. Come on. We taking notes.
Choking me, but not with their hands.
Okay, understood.
Oh.
Understood.
Right.
Okay. I believe everyone has heard that new Cardi B and Meg Stallion.
I want you to touch
Yeah,
that little dangling
that
thing
Right.
that's in the back of my throat.
Maybe what?
That's everybody's favorite part now.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
You don't like that.
No.
Okay.
I would rather the hands choke me than I'm about
Don't
to.
do that, yeah.
No,
Don't do
like, we finna ruin
Or
the
is that
night.
another one of those things that it just depends on the day and the moment?
Well, that for me it
maybe
is.
Or
after
is it all the
couple shots of
time? You
tequila.
all the time don't
Is
like
it
that.
I just, not too much.
maybe
Okay.
like after a
Not
night
too
at the
much.
Empire, you kicking it, and then you go back to the crib, and
Right.
then
So
it's
y'all
different,
like
If
that?
you make it to the
I
crib.
don't.
It's
I
just-
don't.
right, if we make it to the crib.
You make it to the crib.
Here's what I've learned. I just recently learned that there's this if you have a really bad gag reflex, there's this exercise you can use
I do.
that kind of keep you from gagging.
Oh.
You talked
Do
about
tell.
that
So it's like,
before.
like you kind of pinch the top of your nose, and then you kind of pinch the top of your nose and put your head back for like 5 seconds, and like a thump on the side of your throat, and it kind of removes your gag reflex.
Okay, we'll have to ask how that works in a minute. It seems like you've had personal
I'm
experience.
gonna
with
inbox
that.
you, Farrah. Have you been thumping?
Right.
Are you thumping? Thump harder,
Gotta get my
Farrah.
thump on. Gotta get my thump on.
Is
Okay.
it working? Is it
Right.
Yeah, I don't really have it, because I'm a communicator intimately. So I communicate
Right.
what I like and what I don't like. So I don't think I think some things, as I said, I don't think that African American men knew that women like to be choked in kind of saliva in their mouth. I don't think they knew that. I think that they feel like if I do this to a black woman, they're gonna slap the hell out of me.
Right.
But the pulling of the hair and the choking, so it's like if I do that, they go. But no,
That's
like
one-on-one.
like that.
And I think it's fair for him to feel like that because at one point that wasn't a
yeah,
thing.
that's not a thing.
That
Right.
wasn't a thing.
It's just like
You
giving
know.
oral. That was, a long
that
time
was
ago.
not
That
a
was
We
a
have
thing.
to
thing.
show them,
Yeah.
show them
Right.
that we like it. It's all
Right.
about
Also being
guidance.
So I think it's
You
fair
know,
that they
that's
feel
how
that
you
way.
Guide them
think
to
so
the
too.
hair, right?
I
To
think
the
so
house,
too.
pull the hair.
Yeah.
You know, you
Make
guide
sure
them
I
to
don't
the
have my
light.
wig on.
Oh no!
Yeah.
You know what? I've been
Because it's Cleo up under here.
I've been in
Like-
the situations where,
It's a lie.
I had like just a little clip on. I'm telling you, hey, hold on. You know,
Right.
it's going to come off. Be prepared. Hey, pull it off.
And I think that's why
we-
men feel like
you know,
they
you
don't
keep
want
on
to
going.
go. They don't know.
Hey,
Yeah.
whatever. No, I've actually had mine ask me before, like in the middle, be like, babe, is this like glue stitched or is this,
See, so
Like
sweet.
clamped
Oh, yeah.
in.
I've had that.
Yeah,
Or when I get the long braids.
Well, at
I
least
mean,
he was
you know,
kind
I ask,
enough
you know,
to
do you
ask.
like
that's true.
get the
That's
hand,
true.
it
He
just
was
comes and just
kind.
wraps them and I
Yeah.
like these.
That's true.
Oh, really?
That
They
was
sturdy.
kind.
Okay, thank you.
Considerate.
Hello.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Like we're gonna talk about it
Yes.
because I want to know.
The
Okay,
smacking. Psh, we didn't talk about that.
smacking.
Oh yes.
You like to be smacked?
That's one-on-one.
You hear me? I'm gonna slap the hell out of you.
No.
Don't let me tell you something.
I
Don't
didn't
Look,
say
that's
my
how we
face.
grew up. If somebody hit you,
mean
you hit their
smack
ass
it.
back.
Oh,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
okay, well say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I didn't
yeah.
say my face.
Yeah, I was gonna say now you slap. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
definitely
no.
getting my lick back.
Yeah, don't put your hands on me now. 'Cause we're gonna get the fighting. So yes, those are just kind of remember those things. I know men are watching this, so remember those things. So yes, we like to be choked. Yes, we like to be. There is a saliva experience that you have to like. But let me just tell you the key to the saliva thing. You have to like to be a kisser. So in order for that to work properly, you have to be a kisser. If you're not a kisser, it's probably not going to be as fun for you and turn you on as much. And the pulling of the hair. So there are things that you guys may, and that's why I say talk to your mate so you'll know. And if you're afraid to have that conversation in person, that is part of your foreplay throughout the day.
That's
like
it.
throughout the day, why don't you just say, hey, when I get home and we do such and such, now I want you to choke me. And they're probably gonna be like, what the hell? Okay, yeah, but I want you to do that though. So that's what I'm saying. That's part of kind of your conversation and your foreplay throughout the day for you guys to become knowledgeable about the things we
Right.
do and don't like,
Send
right?
videos.
What?
How does this look? Ding.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just sent a video. Oh, tonight or tomorrow? Whenever. See you in 10.
Cool. So okay. So our next topic is let's talk about. So, do you guys think that porn and video vixens have basically gave men a misperception of what we supposed to do, what we're supposed to do, what we look like, and or how we perform intimately?
Absolutely.
You think that has really kind of been a
I think it's a thing. But the main thing is, remember that you aren't what we see as sex symbols in the entertainment industry.
Hello.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, you're still who you are. So why do I have to be Bernice or Megan or Cardi?
Fire.
Right. Why do I have to be
Old school
that?
Cardi.
Pinky. Why do I have to be
Pinky.
her,
Right.
but you're just still you?
Right.
No.
Right.
we all gonna be porn stars up in here.
Right. If
are.
I gotta do it, you gotta do it.
Yeah, we all gonna
You
be
know
porn.
what's funny? I'm just gonna say this: the amateur porn. If I tell y'all, is the funniest, but it's the most real to life. Well, because it's amateur, right? So you have people who have those, those muffin tops. Hello, I do. You have those, the guys who may have, a little something extra too, and they still having like some of the good sex. It's not all pretty. It's not to turn to the left. It's not to turn to the right. They don't have all the angles. So if you have something like a video that's actually a straight 10-minute or 15-minute video, they may be switching positions, doing whatever, but they're actually doing regular stuff that we can do. When you have that 8-minute video or that 10-minute video that's on Pornhub, that's a real porn star, that's so edited.
I'm gonna check your history in your phone because you know too much.
Girl,
Pull up your Google Chrome.
Right, because I need to see.
I'm just saying, when you do that, that's edited, because
Yeah.
he's looking at you. Right? He's looking at you. And then you turn around in the next moment, she's flipped over and be like, wait a minute, she just had a whole bunch of stuff dripping off her tail 2 minutes ago. Now she dry.
Oh, okay,
You
yeah,
know,
that's what you're
all
saying
that
about
cutting that
the
video
edit.
magic. Yeah, that's why. No, when I send videos, I send the real stuff. Oh, look, see, I can do that. See, I can put my knee here. Right? We can do-
Okay.
I don't have to
see.
be a
Put your
gymnast.
knee.
Oh, I'm flexible.
Put
Don't
your
let the
knee,
bigness
girl.
fool you. I'm thick. But it's good. Trust me. Trust me. You might have to lift a little row to get up under there, but once you get there,
Just
baby,
get in there. I don't care how you get in there. Just get
it's all
in
good
it.
up under there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Listen,
I'm
just
waiting
get in
on
there.
my royalties now from Megan and Cardi. I helped them with that song.
Sophia, what do you think? Tell me your thoughts. What do you
I
think?
don't know if men has a misconception of it because they're the professionals.
Yeah.
Why not try to be like the professionals?
Yeah.
in the bedroom?
Yeah.
I mean, in anything that I do in life, I want to be like the professionals.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's for sure.
So
That's true. You always want to do your best.
Yeah,
I
if-
don't want to
I
be
mean-
the best, but I want to do my best.
Right.
Yeah, makes a
Hello.
difference. Yeah.
now, as far as looking like them, you're not gonna get that every day.
Right.
But performing, why not? Why
Yeah.
not try? Let me try that little thing that such and such did. My favorite porn star did.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think it's I do believe for some odd reason, and here's what's so crazy. What's so crazy is it's not even really the men that has a this attraction to these women with these getting this stuff. I think it's really just the women. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I do feel that there's some pressure. I do feel like there's some pressure to be a certain size. I feel like there's some pressure to look a certain type of way. Most of the videos that we watch, and they're now getting better with it, but most of the videos that we watch, I don't even really watch a lot of musical videos, but they have these kind of not ethnic. They have these girls that are from the Caribbeans, and they're just
Right.
exotic. There's
Okay,
these
exotic.
exotic
There you go.
girls, and so there are some beautiful black women. Like we are some very beautiful women, and we're shaped. And so these exotic women, they don't just come naturally blessed. So these exotic women are having to pay to pay for what we already have. We already have the full
Correct.
lips and the
Right.
full hips and the
Right.
waist and the butt. We have that. So I do sometimes feel that there's like a little bit pressure. Now, as it relates to porn and men, what I found more men, it's weird, but what I found more men to like and watch is lesbian porn. So men
Yes.
don't really necessarily watch a lot of just kind of porn because I've heard them say, I'm not going to watch a man with a woman because I've watched a man screw with somebody and said that's some gay shit. So they would rather watch lesbian porn, but I do believe that they have a little expectation in, I want you to do that.
Right.
You know, I want to experience that.
Yeah, but see, sometimes they watch that, what is it, the two femmes on men, right? Which is a threesome,
Yeah,
or,
threesome,
or traditional threesome, because
That's
a MMF,
traditional.
MMF is also a threesome as well.
Yeah, threesome is just 3 people.
Correct. So, well, yeah, sometimes it can be a train, but then we go, it is a threesome.
Yeah.
But, you can't do what Buck Rogers can do in the little video either.
Okay,
As Sierra
Buck
said.
Rogers, you know the
So,
names of the
sorry
people.
about that.
Girl.
Yeah, we're going to look in your phone. When we get up here, I want y'all to know that. When we
Shanetta,
get
grab
up here,
it. Grab the
yeah,
iPhone.
I'm going to get it. Put your fingerprint on your phone. So we can see. Put it on the names and everything.
You're not gonna do that, and he's sitting here pleasing everybody, and like I said, when they cut in this video magic, so no, I need you to. I kind of I've gravitated towards the real, as I said in my
what's reality.
That's
correct,
Yeah.
because I want to see. Because if he can do it, actually, that means you can do it too, babe. Let's see what we can.
And mind you, they
I'm
don't
here
have
to
no
help
house
you.
full of children.
They don't.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah.
let's just be real.
They
Let's
have
just
the
be
TV
realistic.
on with Magnum PI in the back, right? Because they
Yeah.
can't play that music because they
Right.
don't have the copyrights.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just the TV
Right.
on.
So you have to be realistic.
With
Yeah.
that
Do you
one
guys
ring light.
believe in? Do you guys believe in? Women have said to men, especially when they cheat, like all vaginas are pretty much the same.
No,
No.
No,
I don't.
All penises are pretty much the same.
No.
no.
So what makes
No.
it? Because they're all pretty much the same. They're all pretty much the same.
anatomy-wise, I
anatomy,
guess.
but
Right.
I
what
think
makes it
attraction
different?
is different. That's what
Yeah.
makes it different.
Yeah.
The
And then the
attraction?
level I'm
Yeah.
feeling you. You know, if I'm
Yeah.
in love with you, then of course, like I'm rocking with you, it may not be the biggest one or the best one, but I love you.
Right.
Or
Right.
if,
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can just be
I've been in love
Yeah,
with
like
someone
it's
who was not
emotion.
as well endowed,
Or-
but it
Right.
was better than someone that
See, being just well
was like
endowed
on-
is not
on
necessary.
point.
I can.
that doesn't
I
mean
think,
good.
I think sex
Right.
is uncomfortable when somebody's just too like if it's just
Girl.
Let me just say something. You need to
It
you're not
depends.
about to give me a hysterectomy. I gone on about your business. I want my uterus to stay intact.
Right.
I'm not trying to have a baby every
Yeah,
time
like
I'm
now.
with you.
Let me just say, I need. I think it. I have what I have, and I love what I have.
Right.
Absolutely. So when they just are like 10 inches and 3 inches circumference, sir.
Well, I think women
No,
be
ma'am.
ridiculous when they say that, that that's what they want. Girl, you stunning.
You don't want
No.
that.
Because
no, you
Yeah,
don't.
no woman.
You
No,
don't.
I
don't.
Well, I'm not
You're
gonna say
just
no
lying.
woman.
You're
I'm not
what
gonna say
about-
no woman.
So what about the
because
anatomy of women? So what makes the anatomy of women? Because we know men can be different sizes. So that makes a difference in the men.
Right.
But what about the anatomy of women? What makes that different?
I've heard what different, I guess different depth or
think that's-
different
I do
tightness.
think Cardi B and Megan.
Your Kegels are very
Right.
important, ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Your Kegels. I'm doing mine right now.
I'm trying to decide. What?
That's why I just turned my head.
You wouldn't have known unless I told you. I'm telling you. No.
Do y'all really think that's different? Or do men
I
think
think it
it's
just
funny
depends
when they
on
say
the
that?
woman.
I know
You
when
what
they
I'm
say
saying? I
they
think
can
all of
tell,
our
they can't.
anatomy, I would assume. I
That's
don't
a
know,
myth.
Right.
is the same, but it depends on the woman being able to use it differently. You know what I mean? Like I don't think our anatomy
Is it like how
ours
some
isn't
women
bigger
can squirt?
or smaller.
Well,
Maybe they are
all
bigger or
women can
smaller. I
squirt.
don't
It's
know.
just how some know
Yeah,
how
that's
they can and
a
some
difference
can't.
with men. Like I said, men can be different sizes. They could, it's. I'm not really talking about the performance. So let me take that out. I'm not talking about the performance of
Or
the
how it
sex. What I'm
feels.
talking about is the anatomy. So we know that
Well,
men, they have different sizes, and some
girth,
have bigger. Yeah. But women, it's just we have what we have. So
Well,
what
some
makes
are ugly, Shanetta. I have seen.
Yes, some do look like roast beef and beef curtains.
Some are
Mhm, yes, they do look like they have beef curtains. Some look like they've been beat up. They've
But
been
does
through the
that
shredder.
matter?
Yeah, now
Not
that's
to
the
me,
thing. Now I don't
because
know
I'm
if
not
that
on- I'm
not on,
matters with the
that
feeling,
side,
because
so.
some are, they're doing now with the surgery
Yeah,
and
having
stuff
surgery done,
to get them
The surgery.
fixed. Yeah, you can
Yes.
get what they
To
call
get
designer
To get your curtains
vaginas.
fixed. You get your
Oh,
curtains
And so
fixed.
obviously
Or-
there's a thing.
And you know they
Something's
have
wrong.
some that you
I
can
got
get the wall lifted.
That's
Your
extreme.
vaginal wall. No,
You took
because
it
your
too
pelvic
far.
floor. People have had 4 and 5 babies.
I've
that are
always kind of feel like
huge.
the anatomy was the same.
Right.
And okay, let me just, because we're talking about kind of men. So I think that men think that as it relates to, because this WAP is just this famous thing
Right.
right now.
Right.
As relates to women just having moisture, that is depending upon you. Like, let me just say that for the record. So unless it's just a medical problem, which is the ladies going through menopause, or if they're going through menopause, they're taking some medicine, or there's some side effects for the medicine that make them have some vaginal dryness. The way a woman becomes wet has probably 90% of you. You are 90% responsible for your woman having WAP.
Right, it's
Like,
emotions.
That is your responsibility. It's up to you to get that because of course, the further you get into the mood, the wetter it gets. So that is now a lot of times we turn ourselves on by you being in there, and you touching different places and you feeling places or whatever, but you're still a part of that. You're a part of why I'm getting. So understand that. Don't be walking around here talking about, I couldn't hit that, she couldn't, nigga, because she couldn't get it because you couldn't get it well. Let's make that very clear for y'all. Like, understand this.
Right.
Oh,
She really didn't
understand
want
it
you.
can get wet, and wet'll probably slide your ass up through the bed. But
Hello.
you have a lot to do with that, and so that is a misconception of some men. Men don't think that they have a lot to do with it. They do.
They
Just
do.
as well as we have a right to them turning them on, you have a right to turning us on and giving us pleasure, making us feel a type of way as well. So
Who likes talking? I do not like a quiet person in bed. I'm
you
gonna tell you that.
Girl, yes. Tell my husband, shut up.
No. And I don't like when they're quiet.
Listen,
Let me know.
You gonna get about,
I'll let you know.
It depends.
3 sentences out of me to hold up.
No. You know they want that strategic little daddy.
Right there. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
No.
I like that. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Daddy, something like that. Yeah, you gonna get like you having whole conversations.
No, I mean, I'm not talking about, did you pick up the flour and
Yeah,
get the
I'm just
vegetables?
saying, like, what,
I'm not doing that,
But I'm outside
Did
of
you
the
make
phrases.
sure you,
So I just said the phrases that I
The universal one.
Did you
Yeah.
take out the chicken? No.
Are you giving like the
Yes. Oh,
No,
yes.
see, let me tell you
Yes.
something. You gonna get it about
Yes.
5
No.
Or are you giving instruction?
Both.
Do this.
And I take instruction.
Oh, okay. I see.
Oh, yes.
All right,
Because,
so on
if
next
we-
episode,
I take instruction, and I've been told I take it very well. So
oh Lord, yeah. So join us on Love Wins the next episode. We'll be talking
about instruction.
Yeah, so I just really, so then, okay, this is really, really quickly because you have to get to kind of wrap it up here. Really, really quickly because this is important. Social media etiquette.
Oh, yes.
So when you're dating somebody and they are, how do you feel about the likes, love, comments on someone of the opposite sex page, pic, content, whether it's explicit, if it's a picture of them, if they're talking about something, how do you feel about that? Are you okay
here's
with
the
it?
thing for me. If they are someone that's unattainable, that you can't physically touch, cool. Like the picture, love the picture, heart the picture, I don't care. But if I know that you can actually reach this person, it does kind of make me feel like you sketchy.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing this? Yeah. But if it's, a celebrity or something, do you? Because you ain't.
Because I might be liking it too. Click, that's cute.
Right.
However, when I go over here and I like this Morris chestnut, I don't want you looking like
Right.
screw face. No.
And that's fair too, because like I can, return it. I don't just like, random guys, like
Correct.
stuff
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Like just out of respect.
Right.
I
Out of
just don't do that. I will never have my guy out here just looking bad. Like, oh, she loved
Correct.
my picture. She put
Because
some
it's
hard
about
eyes.
embarrassment.
Yeah.
That's
Do
what
the
it is.
same.
Don't
Yeah.
embarrass me.
It was so weird. Here's what's so crazy. It could be 5,000 people to like and love that
And your
thing.
man
You
pop
see
up.
my one.
But I was always see
Yep.
4,999 people and Brian Stewart liked this. I'm like,
Yeah.
but it always give you that, and then it'll give like my husband's name. I'm like,
That is accurate.
Yeah, they be
For
telling.
sure.
Social media tells on your ass.
Right, so
Every
you like them
time,
jeans,
dude.
huh, baby? You
Yeah.
like them? I got the same jeans in the closet.
You know what?
White and like my jeans.
And to answer my own question, I think we don't necessarily have a conversation about it. I think it's just respect.
Yeah.
He understands, and I understand that we're not going to have an in-depth conversation. Be talking about our exes, like
Yeah.
what are
Right.
we doing this for, or whatever. There are some exes that are just just common people, and we first of all we're very confident in ourselves. But there are some exes, just some common people we may like, or they say something about their kid. Well, okay, we know your kid, or we know that if you lost your parent or something, we gonna comment on something, but. Just some random, I like to eat ass, something like that, and you comment. That's all
right.
you coming
Oh,
on there
no.
for. So it's just
Shanetta
that.
really
Yeah.
took it there that time.
Check, please.
yeah, like.
Check,
So
please.
what do y'all think? What do you two think, really quickly before we
I'm
go?
big
No?
on don't do something you don't want me to do.
There you go.
Yeah.
That fixes
Simple.
it.
So
That's done.
I mean,
Yep.
That fixes it.
That's it.
and I don't know. It's just Social media is crazy because, especially in dating world, it's like
It is a lot.
I was talking to a guy and he was so active on Facebook, and I was talking to another guy and he wasn't. But he was so big on, well, I don't want to ever post my relationship status or anything like that on Facebook, and that bothered me.
Why?
Why it bothered me?
Yeah.
You're not finna hide me.
Okay.
You post everything else that you're happy about, but you're not posting me.
Do you post
the
the
active
pictures?
guy?
Oh, no, that's
okay,
a problem,
I get
yeah.
it.
Oh,
I
the
get it.
active person.
I get it.
Well, he said he would never, like, I guess he had a bad experience with his previous relationship, and he was like, I don't ever want to post
Where's my red
my
flag?
relationship
Hold it up.
on
Right.
Facebook,
I
anything
get
like that.
that.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, that makes a difference.
But then I had
it
another
does.
guy that posts everything, and that bothered me too. So I'm like, it got to be a
Happy
middle-
medium.
It has to be.
Yeah.
So
There
I
is.
don't know.
I get it.
Okay. Yeah,
All
there
right.
is. There is absolutely a and people, they say all the time, social media shouldn't solidify your relationship.
Correct.
It does. It's crazy, but it
It
really, really
does.
does. Like sometimes if I post my husband as my MCM and he has not responded in 3 hours, I'm be
Right.
like, are you mad at me? You need to go on Facebook because I posted you as my MCM.
Right.
I
So,
tagged it,
but here's the
didn't
thing.
you?
Now I will say this: I don't allow it to solidify our relationship. I truly, truly don't.
For
I
sure.
do not. We just share what we want to share. He's very well known in the community, and so am I. So we just kind of talk about. We don't mind expressing our love for each other on social media. We just do that for that reason. And so I think it's ignorant. I hear some people say, if you talk about your relationship on social media all the time, you're not really happy trying to prove a point. That's not,
Stupid.
that's
It's
not the
not.
case.
That's not
It's
always
true.
true.
You're just kind of doing your thing and doing what you want to do. So that's kind of what we do. So to have somebody, as you said, to kind of have somebody just like, no, I really want to post that. It's almost like,
That's
no, because
crazy.
you're trying to keep me.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I've had a guy that would never post, but I knew he wouldn't. No good.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So,
Oh,
yes, that
no,
makes a difference.
you're not
It
gonna hide
does.
me.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
can
it's
tell
it.
outside of relationships, I can tell that's how people be mad at me, feel some type of way about me. But they'll just stop. And I've told my husband that a lot. Like, listen, I such and such. He's like, man, I don't pay that. And then he started to say, now I notice what you're talking about because I can always tell when you're feeling. And that's why I made that post, that status the other day. Listen. If you don't like me or support me, anything that's attached to me, which would be my husband, myself, and our children, if you don't do any of those things, unfollow me, delete me, block me, do whatever. Because here's the thing, I'm assuming that everybody that I've allowed on my social media pages, I let you there. And so I'm
Right.
assuming that we're cool in some type of way. So at some point, I'm going to comment or I'm going to like your picture or you're going to put some, I'm going to do that. But if you bypass my comment or you don't respond to my comment and I did that, that tells me you're feeling some type of way. And then it's so crazy because your ass know you didn't like me, but hell, I didn't.
Right.
You know it, but I'm sitting out here looking like a duck because I'm thinking we cool.
Yep.
So that's why I
Not
put
a
on my
duck.
status the other day. Just go ahead and do those 3 things. Unfollow me, unlike me, delete me, whatever. Do that so then I don't have to wonder if you really fool with me a lot.
Yep.
You know, so
Right.
let's just go on and kind of dip that in the mud. So, is there anything y'all want to talk about, discuss before we leave out of here?
We're good. I think we'll just save the rest for the next episode that you'll have us on.
All right, so we have to get to what we call like the business of the show. So we're gonna do this. So Dim Dam Wings. I want y'all to know. So this is episode 6. Since episode 1, I think we've been talking about Dim Dam Wings. Have y'all had them before?
No.
You had them before?
Wait, where are they?
It's a red food truck. He's normally on Camp Robinson, but he's pretty mobile.
No, I haven't.
Man, okay, listen. See, if I had a gift certificate, I'd give y'all one. So this is J1. So J1 owns, it's a food truck. Like as I said, it's a red food truck, and it's called Dim Dam Wings. So he has kind of
He
like
was outside
your
here one time
for the
that
fashion show.
Yes, I have had
He was
them.
there for my fashion show.
Yes.
So he has pork chops, fish, shrimp, wings. He specializes in wings, but he has all those. I've had the pork chop myself. I love the pork chop. All of his food is really, really good. Very, very fresh. Most times, as I said, he's on Camp Robinson Road. So 3704 Camp Robinson Road, North Little Rock. He has this red trailer. You cannot miss it. It's Dim Dam Wings. It's J1. His wings got I think he has maybe 20 flavors or more wings, hot. And they're like the wet ones. So you can get them wet, you can get them dry, you can get like multi-flavor,
right.
you can get any.
All
So
right.
make sure you guys go by and see J1 and tell him that we sent you guys over. It's 3704 Camp Robinson Road, North Little Rock. Go visit Dim Dam Wings and get y'all some. Listen, go get y'all some wings from him. His food is really good for real. Like,
right.
I would tell y'all if it wouldn't, but it's really good for real, for real.
Where he gonna be tomorrow?
Normally, so go on, if you would go on him, go on his
She wants that
Facebook
lemon
page. I think
pepper
he
wet.
actually has a Facebook page for the business. It's Dim Dam Wings, and Wings is WINGZ. So Dem,
Okay.
D-E-M, the Ebonic type, not them.
Right.
It's Dem, D-E-M, and then Wings is spelled with the a Z at the end. So make sure you go on his Facebook page. I think it's Dem Wings. Go on there and go see him. It's J1. His food is really, 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 really good. Like, I really like it.
Perfect.
Yeah, go check it out.
All
So these ladies that are sitting here before me that came on here, first of all, let me just tell you guys, thank you so much for
Thank
coming on
you.
here.
Thank
Very
you for having us.
They give you your opinions about things and how you feel. I truly enjoyed it, and I wish that we can go further. But before we get out of here, I want you guys to talk about what you guys do, where you're from, and your business as well.
So I'm Sierra V. I work at the Vault Salon, 9216 Maumelle Boulevard. I work with some dope ladies, Ashley Simone, Kanaya Conley, Torin, Khadija, like my best friend, my love, Shamika. Like, we specialize in all things hair. Just come see us sometime. Like, you'll have a good time and you'll be slayed all at the same time.
And where's it located specifically? 9216
Maumelle Boulevard. Like, right off, right across the street from Farrah, like small world. Like, when we pulled up, she was like, we work across the street from each other. Okay, cool. Yep.
So the Vault, it's close to, on Maumelle Boulevard, it's close to that. I know it's like in one of those.
Yep. The Come and Go, right across from the Come and Go, right off of 30.
I know exactly where you are.
430.
I know exactly where you are. All right. We'll check you out. Check you out. So, what about you, ma'am?
Well, I do have an event promotion company and like a coordination company. I'll coordinate your events for you.
Okay.
It's called Cali Girl in the Arc, because I do live in Arkansas, but I am originally from Oakland, California. Okay. So that's one of my businesses. I also am associated with Plush Vagabonds, which two sisters that specialize in styling and creating your own custom pieces and looks. And they work with every budget, just to let you guys know.
Good.
So you can look us up, Cali Girl in the Arc. It's on my page, Icy Lou. And then the Plush Vagabonds, it's Plush, PLUSH _ Vagabonds, and that's them on IG, and you can connect with them.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay.
I'm Farrah, and I have an insurance agency
All
right
right.
off Maumelle Boulevard, 9209. So when you go get slayed from Sierra,
Right.
come check me out across the street. We do insure everything and anything, auto, home, life, business, commercial.
Okay.
We might insure your dog. You bring them over.
Okay.
We might insure your wig when you put it on.
Right.
Okay.
But yes, definitely come check us out. So,
All right.
And where can we find you again? What's the address?
9209 Maumelle Boulevard.
Okay.
So right past Come and Go.
All right. So you can
Awesome.
get slayed by Sierra.
Yeah.
Go get insured by you. You can come to me, and my girls can hook you up with your custom
Right.
pieces,
Yes.
and then I can coordinate your events at Empire.
No, absolutely. Come on.
That's it.
That's it. We here.
That's
Yeah,
it.
so again, I want to really, really thank you ladies. As I've done before on camera, I want you to thank you ladies so much for coming on. I really did have a lot of inquiries about coming onto the show, but there was something that I was looking for, and you guys had it. So thank you so much for joining me on the show. It was awesome and amazing. I wish that we could have so much more time to sit and talk. We'll do this off camera or maybe on camera one more time. But thank you guys so much for joining me. And again, so next week I will not be here. So next week you can expect my husband to be on air with his panel of men. I already know they're gonna be hating. And they're gonna listen to our podcast and feel like they have to give a rebuttal to what we've discussed.
Yes.
So make sure that you guys tune in next week. Next week is gonna be really live. He has a really, really great panel, and they're gonna talk about practically everything we discussed, which is the opposite of everything that we discussed, basically, to kind of address or give answers or rebuttal to that. So make sure you guys watch this podcast. And again, so you have our guys on watching and listen to Love Wins by the Stewart. If you guys have any content that you want us to talk about, if you have any questions about the show, make sure that you either inbox myself at Netta Stewart on Facebook, or on Facebook my husband's Brian Stewart, and you can inbox us, send us an email. So this is more importantly than what the outlet I like to use. Go to stewart.lovewins@gmail.com. Send us an email. Again, that's stewart.lovewins@gmail.com. Send me an email if you want to ask questions, if you want to be on the show. We are also putting together a live panel. So, ladies, I'll let you guys we'll talk about that. So we're going to do a live panel. So we're going to have a panel September. We're going to have this it's going to be our podcast. It's going to be filmed. We're going to do a panel where we're going to have a live audience so we can get an opportunity for the guys to get a live Q&A. So make sure that you guys be able to look out for that. Information will be publishing soon. I'll tell you guys much more about it. Maybe have you involved after the show.
Oh, yay.
So, again, that kind of wraps us up for the day. One more time I'm going to tell you so you guys won't forget because y'all always inbox me, which I don't mind. Go to make sure that you guys go check us out. We are at www.anchor.fm/Love Wins by the Stewarts. You can catch us on any of your podcast stations. Search us at Love Wins by the Stewarts. Just look us up. We're everywhere, like seriously everywhere, because you guys have been planning to stream us. So once again, thank you, ladies, for joining me. I enjoyed you guys. I hope you guys had fun. Thank you so much. And this wraps up our episode for today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.